The crystalline spires of New Kepler hummed with celebration as Commander Vex transmitted the long-awaited message across the colony's neural network. After 3 decades of isolation on the remote planet, the quantum receivers had finally detected an approaching vessel, one bearing the distinctive electromagnetic signature of their homeworld. Fellow colonists, Vex's thoughts rippled through the shared consciousness that bound their species together. Our prayers have been answered. A ship approaches from the core systems. We are no longer alone. Throughout the biogeometric city, the colonists ceased their work. In the atmospheric processors, technicians paused their calibrations of the methane-to-oxygen conversion chambers. In the deep mines, workers extracting rare earth elements for their fusion reactors looked up from their excavations. Children in the learning pods stopped absorbing mathematical theorems and linguistic patterns, their young minds buzzing with excitement. The Keth had always been a peaceful species, their evolution favoring cooperation over competition. Their elongated skulls housed brains optimized for collective problem-solving, while their 4 arms allowed for intricate manipulation of technology that seemed almost magical to less advanced civilizations. They had left their dying homeworld not as conquerors, but as gardeners, seeking new worlds to cultivate and protect. New Kepler had been perfect, a world rich in minerals, with an atmosphere that required only minor adjustments to sustain their physiology. They had spent decades terraforming, creating a paradise of floating gardens and crystal cities that worked in harmony with the planet's natural ecosystem. Dr. Mikhail Petrov, the colony's lead xenobiologist, was the first to detect the anomaly in the approaching ship's trajectory. His specialized optical organs, evolved for detecting minute changes in stellar radiation, caught subtle inconsistencies in the vessel's energy signature. Commander, Petrov's thoughts carried undertones of concern. The approaching ship, its signature doesn't match our current technology. The fusion drives are primitive, inefficient. The hull composition suggests steel alloys, not our biocrystalline matrix. Vex felt a chill propagate through the neural network as Petrov's data flooded the collective consciousness. The ship was indeed from their sector of space, but it wasn't Keth technology. It was something else entirely. Run a spectral analysis of their communications array, Vex commanded, though dread was already seeping into their shared thoughts. The results arrived within moments, and with them came a horrifying realization. The electromagnetic patterns, the primitive radio transmissions, the chaotic neural signatures detected aboard the vessel, they all pointed to one terrifying conclusion. Humans. The name itself sent waves of terror through the colony. Every civilized species in their galactic arm knew of humanity's reputation. They were the apex predators of space, a species that had clawed their way from a gravity-bound world to become the most feared force in known space. While other civilizations formed alliances and traded peacefully, humans expanded through conquest and subjugation. The stories were legend. Entire star systems strip-mined for resources, species reduced to slavery or extinction, worlds rendered uninhabitable by human industrial processes. They were a virus, spreading from system to system, consuming everything in their path with an insatiable hunger that defied comprehension. "How did they find us?" whispered Engineer Thane, their thoughts trembling with panic. "We've maintained communication silence for 30 years. Our atmospheric processors," Petrov realized with growing horror. "The oxygen output, it's visible from space now. We've been terraforming this world to our specifications, but oxygen in these quantities. It's exactly what humans seek." The celebrating colony fell silent as the implications became clear. They had spent 3 decades creating the perfect world, not for themselves, but as an irresistible beacon for humanity's expansion. Vex's mind raced through scenarios, each more desperate than the last. They could evacuate, but their ships were designed for long-term colonization, not rapid escape. They could fight, but the Keth had no weapons capable of challenging human military technology. They could hide, but where does an entire civilization conceal itself on a world it has reshaped? As the human ship drew closer, its crude radio transmissions crackling with aggressive intent, the Keth faced the cruelest irony of their peaceful existence. Their greatest achievement had become their death warrant. The celebration was over. the real nightmare was just beginning.